Football is a violent game played by gladiators on a frozen tundra. Welcome to the Redzone Challenge Expert Picks, brought to you by Firestone Brewing Company, featuring so-called experts Jeff Kingman.
For the second week in a row, you're asking the question, should I really watch this Thursday night game?
Jeremy West.
I have never picked against the Seahawks. You did once, and it bit you in the ass.
And Allie, the full-time Firestone Walker beer guy. Part-time degenerate gambler.
This is one of those ones I'm like, do I really need to watch football on Thursday night, or should I stay good on my wife's list here?
Who will experience 80 ounces in hell? Find out with this week's picks in the Redzone Challenge.
I don't know what you're saying.
Presented by Firestone Walker Brewing Company.
A lot of beer.
In Paso Robles. Ah, man! Give me a drink!
Good afternoon, Allie.
How you guys doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good.
We're going to have to watch a Thursday game this week, guys. Bad news.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, because it's one of the closest spreads of the 5 games. According to the MGM Sportsbook, we use MGM since we're giving away a huge prize for the MGM. You could log on for that prize, kzoz.com. It's a Redzone Challenge. Hopefully you've been playing along. They don't throw out your worst 9 scores. We're 9 weeks into this thing. They only throw out your worst 5 scores. So you're going to have to do a lot of catching up if you're just getting on board.
What's up, losers? I was above 500 last week.
Congratulations.
That means you'll be picking first this week, Jeremy, so that's good.
Oh, is that what it means? Mm-hmm. I'm just only tied, though, with Ollie. We got 16 apiece right. Jeff, you're at 15, one behind us. After you guys went 2 and 3, I went 3 and 2 last week, but that is the past. Let's get to the future and the picks this week in the Red Zone Challenge.
None of us looked at the Washingtons, who was actually playing, was probably the problem on our end. Once I realized that the entire offensive line was injured, I was like, wait a second here. I think we were on the wrong side of that one.
Is there any information you would like to pass forward at this point in time, Ollie, before we do the picks?
No. You go ahead and make your picks, and then we'll pass that information.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Boy, we all got stumped by that. We all got burned by the Redskins last week.
Well, it should have been telling that their run game can't do anything at all.
Yeah, and it cost me a breakfast burrito.
They have to
Charlie's.
actually have a wide receiver run, and you have to flink him out, and they call him a running back. That's a wide receiver, really. You know, if Chris Thompson's going out into wide receiver sets, he's not a running back. He's a wide receiver at that point.
Yep.
And I lost a bet to a Cowboys fan.
Which is going to be...
Boy, that
stinks.
The most intriguing game this week is 2 teams playing each other without offensive lines in the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins.
Did you guys watch your Seahawks last week?
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
That was the most entertaining game of the week for sure.
Oh, yeah.
It might have been the most entertaining game of the season.
Yeah,
it was really entertaining. I mean, it really was, right down to the end.
I think Kansas City, Oakland on Thursday night a couple weeks ago was a little bit better, but because of the 5 penalties at the end of the game with no time left on the clock.
Oh, God, that was such BS. That ended so... See, that's what I don't like about officiating.
That is creating Thursday night drama. Will there be the same Thursday night drama when Buffalo visits New York in a divisional matchup with everything on the line?
Buffalo, a 3-point favorite in this one. You want me to pick first?
Yep.
I'm going to go with the Jets. Jets, baby!
Ollie, you go next. Why are you going with the Jets, by the way, Jeremy?
Because they're at home.
Okay. Way to break
Good
it down.
a reason as any. I like it.
I think these 2 teams are so evenly matched. I think it's really tough. I'm not even sure.
A 3-point favorite.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't know anything about football. I don't know why they're a 3-point favorite. Ollie, why don't you tell me?
You don't know anything about football.
I think Buffalo's 3-point favorite. I think they're a slightly better team than the Jets. Jets seem to play 3 quarters, and then that last quarter they get winded. I like Buffalo this week. They also picked up Kelvin Benjamin. I don't know if you guys saw that yesterday.
Yes.
I have Kelvin Benjamin on my fantasy team. So that was an interesting pickup for Buffalo.
Do you see that as an upgrade for you as a Kelvin Benjamin owner, or do you see it as a downgrade?
I do actually see it as an upgrade. Cam's accuracy this season's been terrible. So actually, I like him on that team.
I look at what Tyrod Taylor has been able to do in Buffalo with the hodgepodge unit of receivers, and the fact that they've had any success thus far speaks volumes. To me, this matchup tomorrow night is the matchup of the two best coached teams in the National Football League, because they have no talent on these teams, yet both teams are faring a hell of a lot better than they should have. Remember when they played in week 1, we all laughed at this matchup saying, oh my God, this is like the toilet bowl. Well, as we sit here in week 9, this is to see, who could be a possible wild card in the AFC.
It's true.
So these are the two best coached teams. So I think the teams deserve credit, at least the coaching staffs do. And you say the Jets seem to run out of it at the end of the game. The Jets are old, man. You got Josh McCown, who I think is 77 years, or is he 78? Josh McCown, the oldest quarterback in the history of football.
Yeah, he's old.
And he's old, and he runs right at people, which is like, it takes years off of his life. I kid. Jeremy, he's not really 77. You're looking at me as if he's really 77.
Well, I thought he was 75.
Okay. And then you've got Matt Forte, who's super old. He has trouble holding up. And I think you mentioned it, Ali, the addition of an actual wide receiver to this receiver core of the Buffalo Bills will end up being the difference. And I think Tyrod Taylor and Kelvin Benjamin will be on the same page from the get-go and making Buffalo a very intriguing pick out of the AFC East. And I will pick the Buffalo Bills tomorrow night. I'm going to go with Vegas. Jeremy's on his own. Josh McCown's going to get on the walker.
Vegas had the Jets as one of, at the beginning of the season, one of the lowest win totals. I think it was under 4. I think it was 4 was their win total that Vegas had predicted. So they've actually overachieved so far, if you look at them at 3-5 right now. So, yeah, you probably got something there on the coaching. It's looking all right.
This is the two best coach teams in the NFL facing each other tomorrow night.
Our next matchup, we head to Monday Night Football, where the Detroit Lions travel to Green Bay, to Lambeau. They're a 2-point favorite. Lions on the road over the Packers. Well, this is just an S show.
Jeremy hates picking first, by the way.
Well, my gut says go with Detroit, even though, for God's sakes, they just haven't been able to put anything together on the road with the Green Bay team that who knows what to expect. What's the backup quarterback's name?
Well, he's the starter now. His name's Brett Hundley.
Well, he's a backup because, he's a starter, yeah. Yeah, I don't have any confidence in him. I don't think I have much confidence in the Green Bay Packers. I'm going with the Detroit Lions.
Detroit.
I also like Detroit here, but I think that 2 points is probably going to be exactly what they win by. It wouldn't surprise me to see Green Bay somehow pull up an upset at home here. With Detroit, I don't know if you guys watched that Sunday night game, but I think it was 4 red zone. They had 4 red zone appearances there where they couldn't get the ball in. I mean, they had every opportunity to beat Pittsburgh on Sunday night, and they just couldn't do it. But I am going to take Detroit because I don't know if that Hudley is good enough yet to get a win on his side. But we'll see. I'm taking Detroit just by 2. That's what I'm saying.
I think the Bad News Bear torch has been passed in the National Football League from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Detroit Lions, because it seems like they started off great. And then right about the time the Chargers started figuring out stuff and getting into games and starting winning games is when Detroit said, oh, we're going to go back to losing games. And I think Detroit's going to stay in those flames this week, at least for one more week. And I think Green Bay pulls off the upset at home, although this is going to be a close game. I'm with you guys on this across the board. I think this is going to be a close game. It could go either way, but I'm going to go with Green Bay. Since it is a coin flip, I'm going to go with the home team.
All right.
I like it.
Next up, Carolina, a 1-point favorite at home, hosting the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta coming into this one 4-3. The Panthers are 5-3. They're a 61% favorite in the Redzone Nation, and I like them as well this week.
Carolina
victory. Carolina over Atlanta.
Benjaminless in the Dirty South. Is it what they're going to be?
The dirty South.
The ATL. This one is in Atlanta, right?
Yeah. This one is. This one's in Carolina.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
Ollie.
I wish we could just bet on the second half because you can pretty much see in Cam's eyes at halftime whether they're going to win the game or not. I don't know if you've noticed this season, but every time he has this look on his face where you just know, like, is he going to win or is he going to lose? And then you go in and you bet on the second half.
I want to sit. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen his face before, and I said, why can't I get that guy to come to my poker parties?
Exactly. I'm also going to take Carolina. I don't love this pick. Again, these are hard games. I'm going to take Carolina. They're at home. I think Kuechly seems to be the difference on that team defensively. Whenever he plays, their defense just looks so much better than when he was out with that concussion. So I'm taking Carolina. I think Kuechly's the difference in the game. Atlanta, to me, is just a jumbled mess right now, and they just can't. They beat the Jets last week, but that's not saying a ton. Right. So I'm taking Carolina at home. You could go all rogue here and actually pull ahead, man.
Well, my gut. I think you always go with your gut, right? And I think without Kelvin Benjamin, I think Cam gets so down on himself and so down on things so early, and that's what you're talking about his halftime face. Is now I bet you he's going to walk out there, and you might see that face in pregame warmups when he realizes his main receivers are Ed Dixon and Devin Funchess. And I think he's going to be pissed off by that. He can't run anymore like he could, and I think Atlanta's got more offensive weapons to win the arms race on this one. And I don't think I see what you're saying with Kuechly being a difference from a defensive standpoint, but one man does not can't stop an offensive onslaught. And I'm just going to go with the Atlanta Falcons on this one in a division.
I like it. Okay. Again, I like it, Jeff. I like what you're doing here. This could be either real good or real bad.
All right, Ollie. Next up, your boys, the Oakland Raiders, travel to Miami to take on the team that just got skunked 40-0 over the pond there.
Over the pond?
The Miami Dolphins.
What pond were they at? Is there a pond in Baltimore?
That's the reference that you use. No, they
played that on Thursday night last week.
Was that Thursday night? Who was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was Minnesota. Never mind.
Yeah.
Another purple team.
Another purple team.
Jeremy just bets colors. That's all he does.
He
just bets colors.
Oh, God. I hope my picks go better than this segment. All right, so Miami Dolphins hosting Oakland. Oakland is the 3-point favorite. They got blown out last week.
They went over Potomac Pond to play that game.
Yeah. They played earlier in London, didn't they? Earlier in the year?
Yeah, they did. And they got housed.
Okay.
They were on the receiving end of a beatdown from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So, anyways, I like Oakland this week. I like the point favorite. I like Oakland. I'll go with Vegas on this one. Ollie, where are you at?
Jeremy, I hate the fact that we're agreeing so much here. I also like Oakland, although it does sound like Cutler might be playing this week. Is Miami not the dirtiest defensive team? I mean, Sue's got to be either thrown out of the league here. That hit last week that almost took Flacco's head off, that was ridiculous, and they didn't throw the guy out of the game. If that happened to Tom Brady, that guy would have been gone. So, I'm taking Oakland. They can't lose them all. That team does have talent on it. I feel like I made the mistake with the Chargers, getting off the Chargers, knowing that they had a lot of talent on that team. I think they know this is a must-win. I say this every week, but I think they're going to take this game.
Common opponent, Baltimore Ravens, the aforementioned Baltimore Ravens. And even though we're not even talking about them, we end up bringing them up. Baltimore Ravens were beat by the Oakland Raiders.
The Baltimore beat the Raiders.
Yeah, Baltimore beat the Ravens. Oh, gosh, that makes this difficult now. Oh, that's right. I forgot that they won the Baltimore.
Oh, I shouldn't say anything to you. Wait, I should just let you guys finish.
No, I mean, I would go Oakland. Miami lost their best offensive threat this week in a trade.
They did.
Okay?
They did.
You're going to roll Jay Cutler out there with some duct tape on some ribs? Talk about old guys playing the game? No, Oakland's winning this one. moving to the dumpster fire game of the week. This is the game that is going to... Nobody is going to watch this game. Yeah, it's going to be the most entertaining because it's going to be like a train wreck, and you got to watch it.
What's the quarterback's name that's they just replaced? Beathard?
We got C.J. Beathard taking on Drew Stanton.
Yeah.
I love it.
Listen, this is my upset pick of the week. Ollie, are you paying attention?
I'm listening.
Are you listening? All right, pay attention, Ollie, because this is what's going to happen, all right? Beathard's going to go out there, and he's like, I ain't getting replaced by some guy named Jimmy Garoppolo, whatever his name is. And he's going to go out there and play his ass off. This is going to be a fantastic game. It's at home. Everybody is discounted the San Francisco 49ers. There's something there. Yes, they haven't won a game.
But they got to get one.
They got to get a win. They can't get skunked.
Everybody says they play hard.
And they got to do it against this beat-up and injured Arizona Cardinal team. I like the San Francisco 49ers. Go Gold, baby!
I when I first saw Beathard's name, it was in preseason, and I paused the screen, and I kept reading it as beat hard. And that's essentially what's happened this entire season is they've been beat hard. And beat hard, put away what is what I've been saying. So I'm taking Arizona this week. I think it is a dumpster fire of a game, but I think Arizona is going to pull this one out. They're a slightly better team, and yeah, the addition of Garoppolo is great for the Niners, but the Niners are pretty beat up going into this game.
Ollie, you're going to appreciate this, okay, being a fantasy football guy, okay?
Let's hear it.
I'm not a big believer in quarterbacks in fantasy football.
Boy, here we go.
I am in second place in our league. With a game lead over the third place and then a 2-game lead over the pack that is fighting for those final playoff spots. I have not had a quarterback all season. Unfortunate. I'm also the commissioner of the league.
Well, he's had a quarterback. He just hasn't stuck with one. He's streaming
I
him.
stream. I am starting CJ Beathard this week.
Oh, you're drinking the Jeremy Kool-Aid. You hear it?
The rationale that Jeremy laid out is exactly why I am starting CJ Beathard. He needs to prove to his coaching staff that, hey, I'm just as good as Tom Brady's backup, and I think he will come out guns a-blazing, okay? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm banking on it for fantasy purposes being a good thing. But I think for the San Francisco 49ers, it might be the spark they need. And Arizona, Jeremy brought it up, and I don't know why Bruce Arians doesn't view this game and say, okay, we're saying we're going with Stanton, but I made a mistake. This is revenge for Blaine Gabbert, and put Blaine Gabbert in that game. If Blaine Gabbert starts this game, I'm going with the Arizona Cardinals. But because Drew Stanton, whose career sucks as a backup to Carson Palmer, and we've seen a lot of, tends to get things wrong on many occasion, I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers on this.
There we go. Those are the 5 closest games of the week from the sports book at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas.
By the way, there is a close game, too, and I don't know. Have you guys heard the news on Ezekiel Elliott at the time of this podcast? I haven't heard anything.
No, he's still suspended, right? He better be. I got Alfred Morris, and I need Alfred Morris to play this week bad.
They had some weird things where they had moved. He had got an extra day, and then he was petitioning it again to get it. So I'm not sure.
That's where
as of right now, I think he's still suspended.
He wasn't going to practice today is the last thing I heard because he is suspended. He has filed. They had a 24-hour grace period to file an appeal after the judge upheld the suspension on Monday night. So he had the 24 hours. Yesterday, sometime about this time, midday, they filed that appeal, but there's been nothing about it so far. Just suspend the guy.
Well, if you
let Alfred
suspend him
Morris
now,
play.
If you suspend him now, actually, he'll be back in time for the playoffs in fantasy.
Yeah.
I have him on my team, so I think it'd be.
That's fine. I just need him for a couple weeks.
A lot of what you're doing right now hinges on your pro Ezekiel. What's your record right now with Ezekiel Elliott, by the way?
I'm in second place.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, I made the move in fantasy, too. I had the 4th overall pick, And I just said, screw it, I'm gonna go after Zeke. And I probably could have gotten him in the second round, but I thought it was a risk worth taking because I thought they were gonna take his suspension down to like 3 games was the chatter. But he's finally in shape. So like the last 3 weeks,
it's just
he's scoring machine.
According, we do have breaking news here on this. Ezekiel Elliott, the ruling appeal will likely come on Friday.
Wow. Wow.
Damn it. It's a soap opera. I remember people were questioning should they even draft the guy before the season started because of this suspension, and he's been dodging it like people used to dodge the draft. Now he's in a situation where I think he's ran out of options. I mean, how many times can you appeal something and you get it overturned?
This is a very likely scenario. There are people with fantasy football teams out there that have LaShawn McCoy and Ezekiel Elliott on the same on their same roster, and because LaShawn McCoy was taken in the first round and then Zeke fell to the second round, and you have LaShawn McCoy going on Thursday night, and what if it comes down to this week being a bye week? You're going to start either Zeke or LaShawn, and that ruling doesn't come down till Friday, the following day after the Bills play on Thursday night.
That sucks.
Oh, I love the drama of fantasy, and I love the drama of pick'ems and NFL and all of it. I love it so much.
Sign up to play the Redzone Challenge. Go to kzoz.com. It's brought to you by our friends at Firestone Walker Brew. Last time we talked to you, we talked a lot about Black Friday and some of the fun stuff that's going on. I was just talking to some of the promotions people here. We're going to be teaming up with you guys again this year for the KZOZ Takeover, and we're hoping to hang out and have a beer and a burger with you at the tap room, which is going to be sometime mid-December, and
awesome.
And yeah, so we're teaming up to help raise some money for your guys' charity that you guys are working with. So yeah, but what else is going on? What else do we need to know?
Well, this weekend is the anniversary party on Saturday here. So if you guys want to come up and buy your anniversary, you can come up. You can get your case of anniversary. You can taste through some of our beers. Some stuff that you will only be able to get here, you can taste through with our Scotch Parabola and a couple other crazy barrel-aged beers that are going to be on tap. A lot of fun. That party's always a lot of fun. Food. A lot of times we have a band, and we'll be doing just fun stuff there. So get to meet and greet with people and hang out with fellow beer nerds. So
is this on Saturday?
This is Saturday.
What time does it all start? Ali. Hanging.
You hit the mute button, dude. Your chubby cheeks hit the mute button.
I don't know. He's not on a cell phone. So I don't think that's the case at all. Ali. Well, get up there on Saturday.
Here, let me call him back real quick, I guess. Wait, he's back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, you disappeared.
Oh, it's in my network link.
Well, he's having phone problems. All right, it's this Saturday, and you can go to FirestoneWalker.com and you can find out more about the actual event. But it's Saturday. It's our anniversary party, and we'll just talk to Ollie next week. So we got all the details that we needed,
is this
right?
Ollie? No, I don't know. Is this Ollie calling in right now?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. Is this Ollie?
No, this is Stanley.
All right, hold on, Stanley. So there it is. It's the Redzone Challenge. Live. It's live to tape anyways. KZOZ.com to play. Thanks again to our folks and
you got
friends.
somewhere you got to be? That we call Ollie back?
He said he's having network problems.
We could get him back, right? Do we have a cell phone number for Ollie? Networks don't mess up on the cell phone.
Yeah, I do. Turn this off. There we go. Go to the old cell phone.
Gentlemen, my phone shut off.
Yeah, I know. We figured that out. We were going to wrap it up, and then Jeff's like, "What? We don't have a cell phone?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got a cell phone." So, anyways,
so it's
Saturday.
It's this Saturday. What time does it all start?
Well, that is a great question, guys. I think the details are on the internet. Hold on.
It's a good thing we called you back, jackass. Firestone.
Anniversary Party. I was like, ooh, I dodged that one. I can't remember what time it starts.
So funny. Go to firestonebeer.com. That's the website. And once you get there, you click events, and it'll tell you all about the anniversary party.
Yes, it will. Here we go.
Don't click on events. Okay, go ahead.
It's at 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
So 4
Perfect
hours.
time.
You'll indulge.
And it's going to be inside, right? Because they're talking about rain on Saturday.
No, we got tents set up for
okay.
outside if it rains.
Then that works.
It's gonna. Yeah, we got you guys all covered. Literally. We got
All right, buddy.
You guys covered. So. All right. All right, gentlemen. Sorry about the phone connection.
That's all right. We'll catch up with you later.
Soon.
All right. They're too busy making beer there. They don't have time to pay the phone bill. All right. So that's it. Did we get it all in? Are we done?
We're done.
All right. Good luck on the picks. I think I should have picked Buffalo. I'm really regretting that now. I don't know anything about the Jets or the Bills, but after listening to you two, I think I should have picked Buffalo.
The home team. You took the home team.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hey,
We'll see how it works out.
These are close games.
We'll see how it works out.
Is evident of the fact that none of us are over 500.
Hey, and by the way, you picked Green Bay over Detroit, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there you go. Don't forget, you can play the Red Zone Challenge. Go to kzoz.com. You could win yourself a trip to Las Vegas.